Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Do a quick market update. Let's take a look. In case you haven't seen, BTC is moving a lot. It jumped up from right now. This is even BTC. This is BTC. All right, completely on the wrong chart. So over the past few days, we've seen a huge increase in the price of BTC. Volatility has come back. We've gone back to 20% moves on the day, which I think was the first day. Since then, there's been follow-on moves. We've gone through several significant pumps. Let me go down to a 15-minute chart. Here's the move originally. We have one. We had the first. We had a second, first, kind of another one, another wave. This is kind of the second wave. This is the third wave. Now we've seen us come up now we've seen a high point made at 53.49, which is probably a great price to sell. And we're starting to see more price structure develop here. I don't think it's that strong in comparison to, let's take a look at the other. Let's go back a bit. I probably need to change this. Let's go to a 4-hour. If we take a look at this, just as it's come down, we're going to have to include all that. Okay, so it is starting to build some price structure up here. Not much. We can see that this 5,000 price is one level. We can see 47.95 is another level, kind of below a little bit. But if we assume that we're going to fill out, we have all of this. Let's just take since last year, right? So we have all of this to fill out. This is a bunch of volume area that needs to be filled out. I think we were waiting for it, but I thought that we would push through to the bottom. So my thinking is that we have this kind of another push up. We kind of reached the lower bounds of where this value area was before. Right around here, was it 6,200 if we get up there, and then we trade through here for the next few weeks, and then we move lower, because if we look at the whole market structure, right, looking at like a 2-year, here's just all of BitMEX, right? So out of value was everything below 54.59. There was a lot of trading up here. So I would think that we need to come up to the point of control, which was 6,000. What is that? The long-term point of control in max is what? 6,453. And then we can start to fill out here, kind of like this. So 5,800 possibly coming. I will say, though, that I am short at the moment, or have at least looked at it because, I mean, this doesn't look great, this structure, right? So let me go back to candles. So we've seen essentially a blow off top at 53, and now we're coming back to 49s. There's a lot of gaps to fill in this area if we do start to head lower. This is technically a good sign here, is that we had a bit of sell-off, but it was quickly pushed back up to point of control, which was here at 5,000. It shows that there are still people bidding up here. You know, the thing to watch out for, and we talked about this in the private group yesterday, is that there's a lot of sell-side activity up here. And also the futures are delta short. So there are people that are starting to open up shorts here. Whether it means anything, if we blow through higher, that's to be said. But, you know, ETH were $10 off of or $20 off of the highs. Look at that. ETH is suffering. So ETH had ETH BTC, right? We had the big sell-off. We'll definitely test these lows again as we come back down. I'm looking for some sort of, I mean, hugely oversold on everything. I mean, massive short squeeze to the upside is what took place as all the BitMEX stuff just got wrecked. We can look at skew. There we go. So this is a really nice website called Skew. It's SK3W. And they have all the information on Bitcoin futures and swaps. So we'll just wait for this to load. In the meantime, we're relaunching the podcast with Into the Chain. So this is the current look. Let me see if they refreshed. Right. So first up, we have Harmony. I'll be releasing the podcast for Harmony today. And the site looks great. It looks really good. Some nice long articles. And yeah. So let's take a look at Skew. Let's see what Skew's brought up. So 24-hour volume in the perpetual swaps. Wow, 6 billion. Look at that. BitMEX is like 4 bit. What the hell? Oh yeah, 5 billion for Max. It's incredible. It's huge volumes. BitMEX Coinbase basis. There's quite a. We're still negative in comparison to the basis. 24-hour volume is just massive. Massive. So this is one thing that was widely talked about beforehand is the BitMEX open interest. So previously, before, this is the spike this morning, right? I wonder if we can go back. I don't think they have the previous data accessible right now, but there's massive open interest, like somewhere in around 600 million or close to 700 million. And that's down to 425 million now. So huge amounts of orders have come off the books. There's $500 million in BitMEX liquidations. Yeah. Here's the curves. Equivalent funding. Perpetual swaps velocity. Yeah. So things to watch for is open interest and just see what happens with volume, because max volume is just incredibly high right now. And so are all the other ones. So it's going to wrap it up for today. We'll be back a little bit later to talk about some other specifics.